I'm Krystyne Brown with Mocs News. Sometimes it's hard to find the right person on campus to talk to about student life. Dean of Students Jim Hicks says there's one place you can always find help.
My name is Jim Hicks. I'm the Dean of Students here at UTC. I work in the Dean of Students office, which is responsible for a number of student programs and activities. When I came in '98, this is a very different campus. You didn't see a lot of students walking around wearing UTC paraphernalia. You didn't see, really on the weekends, students just left. And there wasn't even a lot of activity during the day. And things, that has just changed dramatically. And the look of the campus has changed. I, for one, can't really wait until the new quad is done, the library is done, and that the new walk up Cardiac Hill is completed. I know that right now it doesn't look pretty, and I think it's just going to make our campus one of the prettiest campuses in Tennessee, if not the Southeast. The Scrappy email, its intent is to allow student organizations to get out to the student body of what they're doing. And so it's fellow students wanting students to know what they're doing and to come out and support their activities. So I think students ought to check their email at least once a day, their UTC email at least once a day. If you have another question, hopefully the group has provided contact information and you can contact the group for more information. I interact with students quite frequently, but I do want students to know that if they've got a question or a concern, that they could come up to the Dean of Students office, and we have people here who will help them. If they're concerned about, where do I go for this or who do I call, we are the right place to come to. We're always the right office, and we're always the right phone number to call. If we can't answer the question directly, then we will find the person that can answer it. We will direct you to them. We will even, in many cases, make a phone call for you. We don't want students to feel like they're bouncing around all over campus. We want them to think that there's a place that they can come to and find out the answers they need. You can stop by our office if my door is open. I'm available. They can email. Probably emailing is better than a phone call. I'm on Twitter and Facebook. They could find me there. I frequently respond to tweets and messages there too. So just find me.
The Sequoia Review, UTC's literary magazine, plans to post further works on an online blog. With Mocs News, I'm Emily Kulick.
The blog got started, I want to say, with Katie Christie about 2 or 3 years ago, and it wasn't getting a lot of traction, and there wasn't a lot being done with it. And so I have kind of like a media background, and so I really wanted to redesign the blog. And so Case Duckworth, the online editor, and I, we went first week of school and redesigned the blog. And then Sybil and I, the Sequoia Review advisor, kind of put things into place where a staff member will have to write a book review or a film review or an album review every so often and publish it. So now we have stuff getting published every week, sometimes multiple times a week. And we were actually, one of our staff members, the assistant prose editor, Jared Sullivan, got freshly pressed. We use WordPress, and that's when they take like the best written stuff, the best posts, and publish them on their website. So that was really exciting. That's the first time that's ever happened for us. We're just headed in that direction. I mean, more and more stuff is being taken online. A lot is going out of print. I know that Echo prints a lot less than they used to, because now that they do a lot of their stuff online now. So it's cost effective, and it allows us to do something separate from the journal itself. It allows us to post things like book reviews and album reviews that wouldn't normally get published in the journal. And it also allows other writers who wouldn't get published in the journal to get published online.
Hi, I'm Max Cordell with Mocs News. Chuck Cantrell recently released the 2012 to 2013 Crime and Safety Report for UTC. The crime report, mostly filled with regulations, laws, and safety tips, had a very alarming number of alcohol and drug violations since last year. Zach, why do you think there's been so many drug and alcohol-related violations in the past year?
I think just with the increase of students on campus, every semester we get more and more students here. I don't know if they've increased security to go with that, and so that's why they're catching more students doing it. or maybe they've changed some of the rules or put more pressure on like the RAs or dorm leaders to do it as well. So.
Most of the numbers are consistent from 2009 to 2011, but there was a huge spike in disciplinary referrals for liquor law violations and drug-related violations in on-campus student housing facilities. Why do you think there's been so many drug and alcohol violations in the past year?
I think because of housing, we're growing. We're getting more people on campus. Our school's growing. Simple as that.
Yeah. The number of liquor law violations went from 129 in 2010 to 374 in 2011, as well as the drug-related violations going from 38 in 2010 to 154 in 2011.
I don't think it's a problem on campus. I think it's a problem nationally. Drugs and alcohol have become increasingly easier for students to obtain, especially minors. And so it only makes sense that crime would increase in correlation to the increased popularity of drugs and alcohol among teens.
These numbers are alarming, but there have been decreases in several categories such as sexual offenses, vehicle theft, and aggravated assault. To report a crime or an emergency, call 4357 or HELP for the police dispatch.
Hello once again, I'm Brian Bass alongside Matt Cates for your Mocs Sports Minute. Let's go. We're going to start with volleyball this week, where the girls defeated Davidson but lost to Georgia Southern, and they're going to head home to McClellan Gym for their home stretch of the Southern Conference play. We hope you had a good fall break, and remember that it is still Mocktoberfest, so log on to GoMocs.com, and every week they have a new profile of a basketball player from both the men's and women's side. So if you want to get to know the basketball team more personally before this season starts, check out Mocktoberfest at GoMocs.com. I'm now going to go to Matt Cates, who's going to preview the football game this weekend as they're coming off a 3-game home win streak.
The Mocs defeated Sanford last Saturday 20-13, and the team will go for 4 straight this weekend against Georgia Southern. And Brian, first place in the SoCon is still on the line, so the Mocs have to win to keep playoff hopes alive.
That's going to do it for this Mocs Sports Minute. For Matt Cates, I'm Brian Bass. We'll catch you Friday as we preview the weekend in sports.